What is up, everybody? Welcome back. Brand new episode of, I got loud there, Bassin Castin right here on USA Bassin. My name is Chad Brock, and we don't know what I'm doing here. The other guy over here.
I'm just waiting for snow.
The other guy, his name is Chip Ayers. He is the man that invented winter shorts. He runs tournaments so well that guys comes from hundreds, thousands, maybe even millions of miles around just to fish his derbies. Chip, how the heck are you, buddy?
Buddy, I'm doing great, Chad. How are you tonight?
I'm, like you said, man, just waiting, trying to figure out if the Euro model's right or the US model's right.
Yeah, which model's coming?
Which model's coming? Apparently, according to Facebook, it won't be the one that they put on during that championship game that Purdue did not play in.
No, Purdue did not play. Purdue did not play in the championship game.
They did not.
But hey, we still got the NCAA basketball coming, so a little bit of redemption for those guys in the black and gold.
I hope so. That was a sad day. Sad day to be a Boilermaker fan, but I guess congratulations to our
Indiana team.
Congratulations to our Hoosier fans.
That's all I can say.
Yeah, it still hurts. It doesn't hurt nonetheless.
Yeah, it's going to be a long year for us. It's going to be a long year.
Be a long year. We're going to have to hear about it, and we're just okay with it at this point.
We just gotta man up and take it.
So we've got a lot going on in the world of USA Bassin right now. Several new and hot topics to talk about. Seen some people asking, is there something new? Is there? Do they have boats? Do they have them, Chip?
From what I hear, yeah, they do. Got some boats coming. Going to give them away here in just a few short months, 3 months, and really excited. One of the few trails out there in the country that still gives away not just one boat, but this year going to give two away. So yeah, they're coming. They're going to be hanging those big Mercuries on the back of them. And lucky team is going to win. Actually, a couple lucky teams are going to win a couple different boats. So go ahead and spill the beans there, Chad. I know you've been working on it.
Well, rumor has it, and I have been working on it. I've been updating some stuff and getting it ready to go for the new season. Part of the arts and crafts department, if you want to call marketing that.
There he is.
But yeah. So coming in 2024, Bass Cat is coming back to the USA Bassin Classic, and we could not be more excited to welcome back Bass Cat as part of the trail.
Bass Cat is the boat of choice.
It is.
They're going to be two brand new 2026 Bass Cats. They're at the Kentucky Dam Village for Classic Week. Somebody's going to roll out of there in a new Pantera Classic with a 200, and somebody's going to roll out of there with a Bobcat with a 150 Mercury black motor hanging on the back of it. And we can't be more excited to partner again with Bass Cat and get that thing going and get some guys out there letting everybody know.
Yeah, for sure. And can I just go ahead and say it? Yes, sir, Bob.
Yep, there you go. Yes, sir.
It fit. Bob. It was the dad joke of the day. It fit well. But yeah, the US 22nd annual USA Bassin Classic will be presented by Bass Cat. That will be the Pantera, and then the Silver Cup will be presented by Bass Cat as well, and that'll be the Bobcat.
And those are fully rigged bass boats, Chad. Those aren't they are ready to hit the water. They've got the trolling motor, they've got the batteries, they've got the electronics. They're ready to hit the water as soon as that team puts that final weight on the scales. They're ready to go. Absolutely.
And it is going to be epic once again. People are already signing up, Chip. It's crazy. We've already got signups coming in on both the Cup and for the Classic.
Yeah.
And then the other tournaments in between. You can't sleep on the Big Bass Classic.
and or the Tournament of Champions presented by Miller Tech.
Yes. All 4 of those events are going to be huge. The sign up list is out there. It's open for all you guys that have been waiting. And I think rumor has it by the next podcast, we can go Facebook official with some stuff about the Kayak Classic and the Senior Classic.
That big news coming on that. We've been teasing the Classic and the Silver Cup, and now we can start teasing a little bit with that Kayak Classic and that Senior Classic coming around later this year.
Yeah, and what we can tell you is we're going to be in the LBL region. We just can't tell you where yet.
No, it's still up in the air. There's a good chance you're going to may need a Kentucky license, may need a Tennessee license, may need both. Just never know which side of the LBL we're going to be on, or if we're going to be in the north end or the south end. So, but wherever we end up, we promise it'll be someplace loaded with fish. That's for sure.
Guarantee it. Access to all kinds of fishing, good fishing at that.
Yep.
Well, tonight, Chip, we're diving into, with this podcast, we're diving back into the kayak side of things. We've got a guest that, man, he come in and he really did a number on him on day 2 of the Kayak Classic. He was up there on day 1, but man, day 2 of the Kayak Classic at Nickajack, this guy, he rallied and he put the fear in our Classic champion. Our Classic champion was like, this guy's coming for me. I mean, we heard Jordan talk about it on the episode that we did with him, and man, it was a good show. But from the great state of New York, we give you Mark Chase.
What's up, guys?
Well,
Sorry, I didn't have applause queued up, Mark. I'm a little slow.
That's all right.
Yep. And make sure you're in the big square. Nobody wants to see Chip and I.
No.
But Mark, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing really good. Doing good. Wish the snow would stop and get the ice off the lake so we can get back out in the axe again.
Yeah, New York, man. New York, the great state of New York. Now, where are you from in New York exactly?
I'm up the upstate, right? I'm originally from Saratoga Springs. Right now I live in Gloversville. It's right near the Great Sacandaga Lake.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, we hope it stops snowing for you too. We're excited to see everybody get out and get back to some bassing. I know that it's
we're ready.
It's been a long, cold enough winter.
Yes, sure has.
So for you guys out in the audience, real quick, just to kind of give you guys a heads up, as we're going through these questions with Mark here, you guys feel free, ask any questions that you guys want to, make comments. Mark is your guest as much as he is ours. So if you guys want to grill him, let's grill him. We just ask that you guys, keep it clean and enjoy yourselves in the comments because they're a lot of fun. Okay, well, let's dive into this thing. I'll shut that comment off. So Mark, what we always like to do with Bassin and Castin is just kind of give a little background. Just tell us a little bit about where you're from and kind of your early days and how you got started and how you got going.
Well, I fished as a kid for a little bit with my dad, nothing really to an extent of it. In about 2012, I was going through my divorce and my middle daughter was going to college. I said, well, I got to start some kind of hobby because I was racing BMX. I did that for a while when I was younger. She wanted to race again back 2000 or 2007. She saw all my trophies. So we did that for a while. And when she went off to college, I didn't want to go doing it by myself. So I started some bank fishing. I raced with a buddy, Harry Horton. I got a hold of him online and he's doing some online tournaments. He off a fish donkey. So that's why I started. It's like, maybe I'll start doing that. I bought a 9-foot inflatable. It's a pontoon inflatable. That was my first boat. Put a trolling motor on it because you can't row those things. They don't row very well. So I just started doing little online ones with him and a couple tournaments, and really couldn't use that in any of the kayak tournaments. So what he was doing, kind of preparing me to be into the bigger tournaments. So I thank him for that. He's taught me a lot and got me prepared. And from there, I just dove right in, got a Hobie PA14, the Ike edition, through Adirondack Kayak Warehouse near me in Amsterdam. Gave me a great deal. That was my Christmas present to myself. And from there, I just started doing the regular tournaments, do a little bit more, and started branching out a little bit. I did a Hobie event on Cayuga. I did okay. I think I finished 36, but to me that was great because I fished with a lot of good guys and just trying to figure out the waters and stuff. That was really fun. And I did a KBF tournament in Tennessee on Chick. Came in 6th place there. I was very proud of myself for that one. I do a lot of local tournaments through USA Bassin, Slay Nation. And this year, the USA Bassin and Bill Short took over for Bill Short for the tournament director. So me and him travel a lot around. He comes to us, with me to the tournaments, the classics in Tennessee, there in Kentucky. I just try to keep busy, and I'm always fishing my day off because I'm retired. I've been retired for a couple of years now, so I have a lot of time to myself when I'm not watching my granddaughter, getting her off the bus or getting her on the bus. And so fishing kind of keeps me even and keeps my mind off stuff and just keeps me going. Something to look forward to every day. Something different challenges me.
Right on.
Yeah.
Chip's got a question. I can tell by the look on his face.
Well, so you just kind of you've just been in the whole kayak tournament thing for maybe the last 10 to 15 years.
I got my kayak in 2022.
Okay,
that's when I started the actual kayak tournaments. Because with that pontoon, I couldn't get into that. They didn't allow it.
Right. So, but really, the last 3 or 4 years you've jumped in both feet, ready to go.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
All right. So, give us. You're still fairly new to the whole program.
Yep.
Let's say we've got somebody out there tonight who's watching this, who's never there where you were at 4 years ago.
Yep.
What advice could you give to them starting out? They see that, hey, they see that USA Bassin Kayak Series. What advice are you going to give to them?
Do your homework with kayaks. Look around. Ask a lot of questions. There's a lot of go look. Go on a net. I'm sure you can find a lot of tournaments. Go over there and just see what they're doing and just do your research and homework on it. I mean, YouTube, that's great. There's so much stuff on there about kayaks and getting into it. It's amazing how much stuff is out there. Just start slow and work your way up,
I mean, I guess my question, they don't need a full-blown fishing kayak with all the electronics and all that stuff, do they?
Oh, no. I had a little fish finder, and that's all I had in my pontoon. I started. It wasn't much, and little by little I upgraded. Now I spend way too much on mine now.
Right. But that's the big thing is we've got so many folks out there that are they're looking to get into something. We all know the price of boats and everything is just they're really up there. And a lot of folks see kayak as the way to get into the sport, scratch that competitive itch, and so you're a great testament that you don't need to jump in. It's not going to cost tens of thousands of dollars to jump in there and get going.
Nope. I think I got my inflatable. I think it was like $600. With the fish finder, it was only a couple hundred. So it doesn't take much. You really don't need a fish finder. It helps, see the depth, stuff like that, structure. But Yeah, you don't
Right.
need all that. You can start out little and just work your way up.
There you go.
Yep.
Give me so you were in BMX for a while. You raced motocross.
No, well, BMX, bike, pedal power.
Right. Oh yeah.
Pedal power.
I did a little bit of snooping. Saw a PK Ripper over there somewhere.
That's what I used to have.
Yep. There you go. So you're running SE. Okay.
Yes.
I used to run a GT. So I played in the same world.
Right.
Long time ago. Long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
But
is there pictures?
That not. I hope not. I think I've scrubbed them all out of there. I've done everything I can to get those off there, Chad. We try to keep the photos to a minimum. But what are some of the similarities between competitive BMX and tournament fishing? Is there some comparisons? Is there some differences? What kind of compare those?
I guess for BMX you got to train. My best shape was probably when I was 16 and 17 years old. That was when I was in my best shape. A lot of training, and same thing with fishing. It's not training. Well, it's training if you're going out. Just practice. Go out, fish. That's kind of the training. You want to get better. You gotta get out there and do it. Just can't go to a tournament, expect to win. Just doing a tournament, and that's it. You gotta get your skill up, learn some things. I'm always learning. I learn every day. When I think I got something figured out, no, nope.
That's a great attitude to have too, because
yes.
like you're saying there, learn something every time you go out.
Yeah.
That's a huge thing. So
yep. And I go around a lot of nationals. I've been all over New England, and it's just being with a bunch of other people your age, racing, and it's just it gets in your mind sometimes. People try to get in your head, but you just can't let it. You just got to do your thing.
Now, I'm going to go here with you because my buddy Marcus Grubbs that I fish with a lot.
Yep,
he's a BMX freestyle guy.
Yes, freestyle. Yep.
And his ability to move around in a kayak is unheard of.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have that same ability and that same balance to just get up and just climb all over that thing while it's on the water?
Yeah, I can do that. I stand up. When I used to get in and out of it, I could walk across the top. Now I can't. I got two graphs in the front, so it's a little different. But yeah. I mean, I think I'm still in decent shape just because of all that racing I used to do. Yeah, I did talk with Marcus at the Classic. We were just talking, and all of a sudden he said, "Yeah, I used to BMX too." It's like, oh wow. I mean, we probably ran to each other back in the day and didn't even know it.
Yeah, very likely could. I know he traveled.
Yep.
He's traveled the globe.
Yep.
But that's really cool to see that a couple guys that. Well, there's more than just you. I mean, there's several of you that have kind of come from that BMX path and found your way into kayak fishing, which it's kind of neat and different. It's not something that a lot of people would think of.
Yep. I have a lot of state plates. I have some regional plates, and my biggest accomplishment was in Nashville, Tennessee for the 1984 Grands. There was 102 riders in my class. It came down to 8, and I ended up finishing second. So that was my biggest accomplishment out of all that.
Nice.
That was a great time.
Nice.
Yep.
Nice deal.
Now, so New York kayak fishing scene. Give us a little rundown. I know you fished with Bill, and Bill runs a couple great trails up there for us now. Give us the skinny. What's it like there up there, Bassin in the New York, the Empire State?
I love fishing up in the Saranacs. It's over near Lake Placid. It's way upstate. It's so you can explain how it is fishing, but you can't really until you actually go on and do it. It's so beautiful up there, and a lot of good smallmouth. It's a blast to go to fish up there. And I have some local lakes. I have the Great Sacandaga Lake, which I just started learning last year. And my local hometown lake was Saratoga Lake and Lake Lonely. Saratoga Lake's a grass lake. It's not. I'm not sure about the acreage, but it's pretty big, and it goes down to a creek. Feeds into the Hudson River there. Lake Lonely, I go when I don't want to be around people, just be by myself. I'll go there and just chill out because you don't get a lot of boat traffic.
Mm-hmm.
You know, just get kayakers. They rent kayaks in that lake, and so that's where I go just to be by myself, get away from the people, and that's it. Yeah, got a lot of nice lakes up here.
I understand that.
Finger lakes are awesome too. I mean, that's about 3 hours away from me. Yeah, that Cayuga Lake. That's
Cayuga's kind
awesome
of special, isn't it, Mark?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's Cayuga can be those Finger Lakes, they can be kind of special up there.
Yep.
Well, when you're doing that, when you're doing a kayak your tournament, I want to kind of get into pick your brain here a little bit. That's kind of my thing. I like to see what the guys how you're starting that day. Do you show up with do you try to have a preconceived, hey, I'm going to try to do this, I'm going to try to do this, or you just kind of let the day come to you? How do you process a day?
I do a lot of research, on the lakes, you watch YouTube, there's everything on there, and it's kind of it's like, well, let's go, graph around a little bit, see the structure and see what's the grass, whatever. I usually have the same kind of baits tape, tied on all the time. So I'll just go and just kind of see how it's breaking down during the day. You see what they're wanting. And usually when I have the tournaments, like for the Classic, we came on, we showed up Sunday afternoon and we pre-fished all week just because we never fished it before. So, but a lot of the other tournaments around here, the local ones, sometimes I'll go like 3 days before, just go up for a day, just see what's going on if I've never been there before.
Okay. Now we did have a question that correlates with that from Dakota Ball out here in the audience. How do you break down water in a kayak not being able to move around as much as you could in a boat?
Well, I do have a trolling motor on the kayak, so I can get around pretty good. I kind of know figure out, where I want to go. They got a bunch of different launches. So I'll go, okay, let's try this launch one day. I'll kind of stay in that one area. The next day, go to another launch, go around that area. By the end of the week, you kind of figure out, okay, where's the best area? And then you start kind of just to break that down a little bit. But the trolling motors and those lithium batteries, you go for miles now with those things.
Yeah. And to kind of break it down for the boat guys just a little bit further, one of the things that we use in kayak fishing tournaments is a GPS coded scoring app. So that app, we can physically go from ramp to ramp. So if we're in the middle of a day in a kayak tournament and say our spot's a bust, but we've got that spot that's on down the lake, we are free because of that app to load the boat up and truck on down. We check in and we check out on this app. But the app also, whenever you catch a fish and you take that picture of that fish on your board, we get a GPS location of where each and every angler is on that body of water. So that keeps everything on the straight and narrow as far as knowing where the anglers are and that kind of thing. So that kind of helps us to cover a lot of water. Obviously, there's time management, Mark, that goes into that.
Yes. I'm
talk a little bit about that.
Very fortunate. I haven't had to take out and put anywhere else. I haven't had to do that yet. I'm sure the time will come where I will have to do that.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. It is a thing, but you've got to know when to hold them and know when to fold them, I guess is the best way to put that when you've got to make a move. I mean, because if your move's 30 minutes, 45 minutes away, you've still got to,
pack up, then to take everything off, get that ready. So it's probably an hour and a half or so. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Every bit of it.
It's not much different than if you're, I don't know, we can pick anywhere we want, Chickamauga, or you can go to, Kentucky Lake or something. The guy that's got fish in one place and he's got a fish in another creek that's 30 miles down the lake and he's got to make that 30-minute run. Sure. It's kind of that same mentality. You just got to weigh. You got to do the same thing we do, is take into consideration. Am I leaving fish to find fish? And is it all that good stuff? Okay, all right.
Yeah. I'm sure my day will come.
The only extra struggle with that, Chip, is probably that unloading and loading, because you're taking gear off the boat so you don't lose it while you're going down the road. You're throwing it in the truck or the SUV, and then loading the boat on the trailer, and then strapping it down. So you do lose a little bit of extra time there. But Kentucky Lake, like you mentioned, is a perfect example, Chip. You can put in up there by the dam, you can fish around the dam, and then if you need to run all the way down to Ken Lake, I mean, you're pretty much taking one road all the way down. And you can cover a lot of ground that way.
Right.
Some lakes don't work out that way, like Monroe, for here in Indiana, or some of the others. If you want to run around Monroe, you're looking at a pretty good drive around Bloomington if you're at Cutright for your check-in, and then you want to get all the way around to Fairfax. You kind of gotta bob and weave through some.
There's no good way to get there, is there?
No, there's not. It takes some time, but that kind of explains that for you,
now,
the
Mark,
boaters at home.
I got a bunch of questions here, so you can bear with me.
Shoot, yes.
All right. You're up there in the land of both, smallmouth and largemouth.
Yes.
If you're gonna go, are you gonna pick? Are you gonna say, hey, I'd rather go to smallmouth if I can. I'd rather chase the largemouth in the weeds if I can, or do you just let the fish? How are you? Do you have one that you'll lean to more than the other?
No. I fish whatever's there at the time. I know Lake Champlain is kind of like the smallmouth are more on the north and the largemouth are south. I don't.
Right. You get down around Ty.
Yeah. So I just kind of see how they come to me. What I'm catching. If it's good, I'll stick with that. If it's not good, then obviously you got to make a move, make a change or something.
All right. So Mark's. I'm trying to get in your head some more. Yep. Mark's preparing for a tournament. Let's say, and let's say you're going. Let's say you're going to Champlain.
Yep.
Are you going to look at the smallmouth first, maybe in the over there in the sea, or are you going to think, hey, I'm gonna try my luck. I'm gonna see what Ty's got to offer first, or what? How are you going to break down that lake up? Or same way. Same way. If you want to say Cayuga, there's some areas there, kind of in that one end down there that's kind of a largemouth area. What are you going to do?
I'm just gonna. I know Champlain. I have my spots that I'm familiar with. I've done pretty good there. I'll probably try them spots first, then from there go up either north or go more south. A lot of these the USA one that we do, we usually it's either you're north or south. You're not the whole lake doesn't come into play. So for us, we have to stick in one area or the other. And some of the bigger term, like the Bass Nation ones or whatever, they're the whole lake because there wasn't really a lot of us, so there's no sense to open up the whole thing, and it's just for a safety thing too. So we're kind of a little closer in case something happens. But that lake's big enough where even we're just fishing in the north, it's big enough to handle a lot of guys.
Right. Okay.
I got an audience question here, Chip, real quick.
Yeah.
Nick Brummett wants to know what kind of trolling motor and battery are you running? He's curious at the range and what kind of speed you get with your setup.
I have a Hobie PA 14. I have an Xide 3 on the front, and I have a Dakota Lithium, the 100 amp for the motor for the battery. Or no, Power Queen. I used to have a Dakota Lithium. I use that for my graphs now. Mm-hmm. And I have the 100 amp for my trolling motor. I mean, I've gone all day, and I could probably go 2 days easy if I'm covering a lot of water. So that's nice not have to worry about that. I usually get on a good flat day with the no wind, I can get 4.8 out of it. If you get a little chop, it's usually about 4.5. Now I'm helping with my drive, helping with my legs. I can get up to 6, but I can't hold there for long. That's
and there's a lot of guys that do that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'll do that if there's a lot of guys around me. We're trying to get someplace. I'll get in there until we get spread out a little bit. Now just let the motor do it.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah. Okay. I think there was and maybe something about going swimming at the championship last year or something. What was that comment that came through there?
There we go. Didn't you and Phil go swimming last year?
No, we were on a tournament. I was on Champlain, and Phil was going to go to a different area, and it was we started up north, and we weren't getting anything. There was three of us there. It's like we got to change. Actually, we moved, went down, and it was a little windy. It's like it didn't look bad out there, so I kind of went out, and he went to the left to a little creek where there's a bridge. I went right out. I want to get over to the island. I got halfway out there, and I'm like, there's 4-footers. I'm going down in between them. I can't see land or nothing. I'm going up. I go, oh, this ain't good. And I got to try to figure out how to spin around to go back. I got back, so this ain't no good. Mm-hmm. Phil calls me, goes, hey, I just dumped it because I'm over here. Just keep an eye on me. And I was kind of watching him come back. He made it back. He goes, oh, I'm going to go across. I go, I already went out halfway across. You're not going to want to do that. Don't look bad. It's all right. So I'm loading up. So I can't fish here, not with that. So I'm right. Watching him go out. He gives me another. He goes, I'm coming back. I go, I told you. Yeah, he had flipped over, just caught the wave just right when the wind, and
Yeah. Now let's start talking about this championship, man. The USA Bassin Kayak Classic down at Nickajack. Mm-hmm. Coming from New York into Nickajack. Let's talk about that difference. What'd you think when you first rolled in and seen Nickajack for the first time?
It's always amazing when going down there, just seeing the lakes, and a little intimidated because it's big, and it's like, well, we get there early enough so we can do a lot of pre-fishing and figure things out. So it makes it a little easier. Like I said, we were there Sunday. Me and Bill got there Sunday afternoon, fished for a couple hours, and we met at a boat launch. And every day, different place. Every day, just checking things out. And then I see names, Jordan, Marcus, yep. And I can't remember what's his name. He won it not last year before on Kentucky.
Oh, Chris Walters.
Yes, I see his name. I see the usual names. I'm going, well, it's going to be tough, Especially I seen Jordan because I see him on Facebook and stuff like that. I see what he does in tournaments, and I just kind of do my thing. And me and Bill, we fish together. We launch at the same launch, and he does his little thing. I do my thing, and it's a good time. I love going down there. We'll be down there again, wherever it is. Hopefully, it's on Barkley.
Well, I'd say there's the wind is strong.
Yeah,
the wind is strong. You get there, you're learning the lake. Let's talk about day one. Break it down for us. You're putting the boat in the water and you're off to the races. Tell us how day one went.
Day one, we went to launch it up. We found this spot during pre-fishing. Saw a couple of bass boats out there. It's like, all right, must be something out there. So we went out there after fishing that day of practice. I go, I think this going to be the spot. I'm pretty sure. Mm-hmm. So we let that alone for a couple of days until the day one. We went right back. God, I think there was 12 of us launch off there. I said, oh boy, this is going to get a little crowded. But as soon as we got out there, everybody just kind of spread out. It was like maybe 3 of us in that bay. I was like, all right, good. I felt good. I knew my areas. I already know where I was going to go. Mm-hmm. And Nico rig, that with a green pumpkin janitor, Crush City, that was money. That's where I caught all of them on, except one on the second day. I caught it on the Crush City mare, the 3-inch on the jig head. I only caught one on that. But the Nico rig, I was just fishing around. Go ahead, the channel, the river channel. We got the bay. It was a big bay. It's probably 4 or 5 football lengths.
Which bay did you guys launch out of?
I don't even remember the name of it, to be honest. I don't remember the name. But it has the channel, the river channel, then had a little Long Island. Then is on the side of the bay, it was all mat, just a mat. I mean, that mat probably went for half a mile, 3/4 of a mile. Then after that, it just kind of opened up, and there was little patches here and there. I was fishing anywhere from 2 to 8 foot, and just fishing around on the edges, the hard edges, especially that big long mat. Just putting it right in there, and I was probably putting it where I shouldn't have, because I knew, boy, if I was going to get in trouble if they were going to go back into it. A couple of times I was like, "There's no way I'm getting this thing." I got it. I don't know how I got it out. Big old ball of weeds, and so is it still on there? It was on there, but yeah, the Nico rig, that was 2 days. That's. I tried some other stuff, I wasn't getting anything to back that Nico rig, and that was a key player for me for both days.
Well, that Nico rig, man, it's a sleeper, wouldn't you say? I mean,
Yep.
For what it does, it doesn't get hung up in a lot of places. It's really kind of annoying, if you want to know the truth.
I just started using it this year or last year too. About halfway through the year, I just started. It's like, wow, this is pretty good. I was doing a shaky head for a little bit, but the way the weeds were on the bottom, they were kind of flat, but they were all kind of viney. So the shaky head would kind of go down a little too far to get hung up all the time. And I think that Nico just kind of sat on the top. And I think that was a key for that.
Yeah. Were you, so how deep were you guys fishing as far as things go?
Oh, I was right from 2 foot right to 8 foot. And I was noticing too, and this kind of the area I was in, you could go, all of a sudden it'd be dirty water. I'm like, I know I was fishing in clean water. You would go like 10 foot and it'd be like a wall, just clean water. I was like, I was telling Bill, I said, look at this water over here. It's like instantly turns clean. So I don't know what kind of weeds they were. It was just kind of, I never seen them before. It was a little different weed. I couldn't figure it out, but that's where they were. Mostly where you could see down to the bottom, even in 8 foot. That's where they were biting.
Nice. And let's see here. So day one, at the end of day one, where were you sitting on?
I think I was third. I was sitting behind Marcus and Jordan. Okay. Which I was like, okay, third. That's I can deal with that.
Nice.
Yeah.
So did you have any good vibes when you launched for day 2 that you were gonna put the heat on old Jordan?
I knew exactly. I went right back to the place, and I told Bill, I'm going back there. He goes, because I'll stay out of your way. So, because he knew I had a good shot at it, so he kind of stayed, did his thing, and actually got some. I found a little hole. It was right next, because it was weird, because the pad, the whole thing would move, the mat. So one day there wouldn't be a hole, but the next one would be like a little spot. And I got in that spot, and I tossed it right on the edge, and I think I got that big 19 1/4, and there was like 5 of them right along with it. I was like, oh boy. I couldn't catch them after that. So all right, I just let it rest. I'd go do another area or whatever, and I would come back, and I think they got underneath that mat. I wasn't going in that mat. It was too thick. And you can't row that Hobie very well either, because you sit up high. It's kind of a pain in the butt. So I was like, I'm not even going to attempt that. And after I got my limit, I kind of told Bill, I don't think he had his limit at that point yet. I said, I said, come, you can do it. Come over an area. I'll move over a little bit. He goes, no. I go, no, come on. So he filled his limit in there too. I could, I was lucky that they reloaded the second day, because I was catching a lot.
I mean,
yep.
You did you check the leaderboard before it went dark any on day 2?
I know I checked it in the morning, because that's where I knew. Yeah, because I checked it in the morning when I was back on. It's like third, okay. Then I didn't check it till after I got my limit, because I don't want to be stressed about that stuff, so I don't even bother. So I looked, and at one point I was in first. I'm going, so maybe they're not catching me. I know they're gonna. And I checked again. I was second. I think I went back and forth for a little bit. Then after I didn't look. I didn't bother. Just wanted to do my thing and not worry about that.
I was gonna ask that, because I know you guys have the capability to follow that leaderboard.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I've heard different guys say different things.
Yep.
Some guys like to watch that so they know what they need to adjust or not.
Yep.
Some guys are like, just echo I don't want to know. I just want to fish my fish.
Yep.
So is that the way you do it all the time, Mark?
Yeah. Yep. Until I get my limit and then see where I'm at, and I have to see, okay, what do I need to get up there?
Okay. Okay. So, all right. So you'll get your limit and then see you use it to make adjustments later in the day, but not necessarily following it minute by minute.
Right. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, because that's something I think some guys it does bother some individuals.
It'll get in your head. It'll get in your head.
So when you're out there at a championship event like that, now obviously we shut the leaderboard off at a certain point throughout the day.
Yeah, I think it was noon.
Do you like that leaderboard shut off, or do you like it on?
No, I'd rather have it off. I ain't got to look at it. Don't even have to worry about it.
Now, from a fan perspective, if you're sitting at home and you know you're not fishing a certain event, do you just kind of wish a little bit that they'd left it on?
No, not really. No, because when we're fishing up in the Saranaks, there's hardly no service in there, so you don't know when anybody gets. So I'm kind of used to that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you have to go up the road to get a signal. That's when you find out after it's over.
Yeah, and that can be a struggle with kayak fishing altogether, especially in some of these remote places.
Yep, I've been a couple of times where there's no service, and I came in, wouldn't even let me pick the tournament I was in. So that's all right. I got my pictures. I can take care of it after, but I know my little spots where there's like just enough where it'll pick it up just to get it in. But yeah, I'd rather have it off.
No, they're dogging you at home, saying that, when they think they're up 4 or 5 inches, and then you come back 20 minutes later, and then Mark's ahead of us all for 4 or 5 inches more.
Right. Yep. That's what I kind of heard from what I think what Jason was saying. The top 3 was going back and forth all day. So,
and that's probably somebody we need to have on at some point, Chip, to talk a little bit about the kayak fishing thing, because being in the cabin with Jason Cassidy while he is scoring fish for the Classic it's an event on its own, because he gives you want to knock him out just a little bit, because he's as excited as can be.
Yeah.
At launch time in the morning, he's got his cup of coffee. He's probably already drank 2 or 3 by looking at him.
So
he's yelling and he's wired. He's yelling and screaming. He's excited when that first fish gets uploaded.
Wow.
But
we need to get him on here.
I think
that's a man after my own heart. Excited, getting fired up in the parking lot in the morning. That's a man after my own heart right there.
I think I want to say day one. He said I think I had the first one uploaded. Within the first 10 seconds, I had my first one. I don't remember if he said I had the limit first, because I had it pretty quick. So I called out a lot of them. I think I called out most of them at that point.
And you say, Mark, you're saying most of your fish came off of a Nico there.
Yep.
Okay.
All of them. On my second day, I had 4. It's like, I just want to try something different. So I threw the Crush City Mirror, the 3-inch on the jig head, and that got me my limit.
Okay.
That's okay. And I tried to throw a little more, nothing. So I just went right back to that Nico, just around the hard edges, and even in the open.
Now, were you using a scope at any time, or were you just fishing?
Nope.
Were you using? Okay.
I have it. I had it
right
on the side just in case I had to make a move somewhere else deeper.
Right.
I'd never turn it on. I didn't turn it on for day one either, but I had it just in case I needed to use it.
But didn't need it. You found that those hard spots and stuck with them, and the fish were moving in and out of there.
Yep.
That's really it.
A lot of times I turned the transducer off so it wasn't pinging, because some of in the little shallower spots, just so I had my map, the map up where my waypoints were. That's all I had.
There's some sneaky stuff right there. Yeah. Folks at home, there's some sneaky stuff. he's on a TVA lake, he's fishing a hard bottom, and he's aware enough of the pressure that he turns that sounder off to kill that ping. Guys at home, make note of that. That's some good juice right there. That's some juicy stuff, Mark. Thanks. I appreciate that.
I started doing that a little more last year. I do a lot of bank fishing too. I'm not always out scoping.
Right.
I just got it last year halfway through, so I was trying to learn it. And sometimes I felt like I was wasting my time out there. Well, I should be doing what I normally do, but you got to learn it too.
Right.
So a lot of tournaments. It came into play a little bit on some of the tournaments, but mostly it was just me doing what I normally do.
Okay. And
that's a big note at the Kayak Classic. I mean, nobody was really out there scoping. Everybody that was in that top group, they were up pretty shallow. I think doing fairly similar tactics to what Mark was doing.
Right. Yeah, that sounds like it. So I mean, that again, and that kind of goes back to we get a lot of questions, get a lot of messages about guys wanting to get into it. And they instantly think, watch like we talked about, Mark, watching those YouTube videos to kind of learn. Everybody gets sucked into, I gotta have the scope, I gotta have, I gotta have this Garmin or this Lowrance, or I gotta have this or that. What you're telling them is, no, you don't. It's a tool. It helps, but it's not necessary to catch those fish.
Right. Yep. So just in my tournaments, I was just using it to find structure, some stumps, a rock pile or something. I mean, I have side scan too. You can see it, but something forward, you can see a little quicker.
Sure.
It's a learning. I just start to feel comfortable with it near the end of the year. There's still, I'm still learning it, but it's getting there.
Right.
Well, a lot of people say it's a great tool for helping find structure. Would you agree with that?
Oh, yeah. Oh, definitely. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Of course.
I agree with that.
Yep.
It helps to get a little direction, little idea of where that structure's at, and get that direction.
Yep. Learning what looks like a bass, what's a carp, what's crappie, and that I'm still kind of learning that part. I think I got the crappie part pretty good. The other stuff I'm still learning. It's nothing more, you toss a bait out there and the fish looking, boop, he's gone. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
That's fun.
Yeah.
Now here's a hypothetical for you. A lot of people, there's just different conversations that go on throughout kayak fishing from time to time. How would you feel about a kayak trail? I know kayak fishing's really changed a lot over the last few years. How would you feel about a kayak fishing trail that was a non-motorized trail?
The Hobie used to be like that when they were around. That was my first one in Cayuga. They didn't allow motors, so I wouldn't mind that either. That wouldn't bother me a bit.
Do you think it's time for something like that, maybe to maybe start coming back? Do you think it would bring new people into the sport, or do you think
it might
would, hurt
the guys that couldn't afford it, maybe? Yeah. I love the reason I got that was the main reason was spot lock. The wind, you click that thing, you can measure your fish. You ain't got to worry about getting drifted 200 feet down. Keeps you right there. It's nice.
Yeah, and that's something too, man. Kayak fishing is very susceptible to the wind, and I think that spot lock makes a big difference. I think guys being able to set up and fish the way that they want to, versus going up to a spot and then playing the drift like a guy would on the St. Lawrence River. If they were fishing in a bass boat, that a lot of them will play a drift. They'll go up to the top of the riffle and they'll come all the way down it. And that's kind of how we had to play kayak fishing for a really long time until the introduction of motors.
Right. Yep. It's a lot of leg work, but I remember on that Cayuga one, I launched on one side and I just clear on the other side. And I said, I want to get back there. And that wind came up from the south, and it took me over an hour to get back, which should only took me maybe 20 minutes. It was I puckered up a couple times, but I just kind of kept going, and it's like, whew, that was fun. I have the 360 drive, so that's awesome. That helps a lot with that 360 drive.
I've definitely heard a lot of good things about it.
Yeah. Well, I know we're getting towards that time. I got a couple questions. Okay.
Yep.
So you roll up first thing in the morning. Are you flipping a jig or are you throwing that Nico rig? If it just Mark's just going fishing. No, we're not in a tournament. We're just going fishing. Are you going to pick up a jig? Are you gonna pick up that Nico rig, or what's going to be that first thing? I mean, we're talking, middle of the summer, beautiful day, stable weather, water conditions good. What is Mark going to pick up to catch one?
Probably a shaky head.
Shaky head? Okay.
All right. Shaky head. Either shaky head, chatterbait, or the Nico.
Okay. Well,
I've been tied on all the time.
You're not going to get off that easy, though.
No.
How big a shaky head? What are we talking about? 8th ounce, 16th ounce? What are we going to put on there? What's that plastic going to be?
3/8 ounce. And
okay.
I do make my own baits, so it's kind of similar to a trick worm, 6-inch trick worm.
Okay.
Black, blue flake.
Black and blue flake. And that's that's funny you say that. I've been fortunate enough to go north and fish, and you would think maybe it's that tannic water y'all have up there, but that straight black, that
it does. It works.
Catch one of straight black up there.
Yeah. Yep.
I mean, that's that a black Cinco or a black trick worm. You're going to catch it.
I used to throw out when I first started. I was throwing out the 5-inch swim bait, reaction innovations. I was using it. I had a ton of luck with that. And the past couple of years, I have always have it tied on. But they haven't been in play too much. Now it's been the little 3-inch swim bait, the chatterbait, the Nico. I'm just kind of learning a little bit more new stuff. The Nico's new for me last year. Halfway through, I just started. I'm going to try it, pop it on. It's like this thing catches.
Okay.
Using a weedless hook. I'm around a lot of weeds. I'll use the weedless DMC.
Okay.
Why not?
That same worm, that same hand poured worm that you're doing. Okay.
Yeah. And now I'm sponsored by the ADK Rod and Tackle, and pretty much they make everything for us too. Great company. And a friend of mine, he started it last year with his buddy. And they make a lot of awesome baits now. They're really getting into it pretty hard and heavy, and so I can't wait to fish more of those this year.
There you
go. Yeah.
So Marcus, as we get ready to close this thing out, Chip and I always like to let the viewers know if you want where to find you on social media. I got my words all jumbled up. So let the folks at home know where to find you on social media, and thank any sponsors that you want to thank, or any people that's helped you along the way through this fishing journey.
Well, Facebook is just Mark Chase. Instagram, same thing. YouTube, I may or may not have a channel coming out this year. We'll see about that. But other than that, that's all I'm on right now. So, and this year I plan on doing. I got my schedule's pretty full this year for tournaments. I got pretty much every week. I mean, there's only a couple weeks I don't have anything, so it's going to be hot and heavy for a while.
Nice. Anybody you want to thank or sponsorship that you want to announce?
Yeah, ADK Rod and Tackle, got on board with them last year. A bunch with the other guys that I fish with, they're all hammers around here. Anybody can win at any given time, and I'm very, very appreciative for accepting me and being on that team there. And you can find them on Facebook too. They sell a lot of good, nice baits, and always expanding. Not just for bass, crappie, lake trout, anything. They're getting pretty a lot of different baits they're making now.
Nice, man.
Yeah.
Well, we will. We're going to hide you down at the bottom here for just a quick second. Me and Chip will close this thing out. We will be right back with you. We really appreciate your time and having you on here tonight, man. It's been great.
Anytime. I appreciate you guys having me on.
An hour never feels long enough, man.
Yeah, it went by pretty quick.
It does. There he is, Mr. Chip.
There's the man with the plan and
yes, sir.
Everything. Hey, Mark, there was something while we were talking to Mark, and I got a message from one of our directors down south. Mm-hmm. Just to let everybody know, I know this weekend we had some winter divisions going on. Yes. And I wanted to get this in before we shot out of here, Chad. But there's several tournaments, Kentucky, Tennessee, in that area, some winter divisions. Be sure to check with your directors or check the website. Get to usabassin.com and check and see if a lot of those tournaments are being postponed, are being moved, or being that with the weather coming in. Be sure, like some of those East Tennessee, those Old Hickory, some of those out there. Be sure to check with your director before you go, because a lot of the directors, your safety is more important than anything to us, and so we want to make sure that everybody has a good day on the water. And so please, check with your directors to make sure that any of the tournaments going on. I just wanted to get that out there, Chad. I know we got so many things.
And check that Facebook community page, USA Bassin community page on Facebook. A lot of times you'll get the directors will pop something up in there. And usually that's a really good place to see stuff as it's coming in the door.
Right.
Because it may hit there before it makes it to Facebook or makes it to the website. So that's always a good place to do it. And they may put it up while we're all sleeping or out on the town, and I may not have a chance to get it put up on the Facebook page yet.
I would encourage anybody that has any kind of an interest in fishing, in bass fishing, bass tournaments, USA Bassin, definitely follow that page for sure.
Yeah, follow both the kayak community page and the main trail community page. There's two of them. One of them is all things kayak, and the other one is all things boats. So it's a great place to get information, ask questions, and 100%. Just be a part of the community.
100%. And again, big shout out, Bass Cat Boats coming through again for us. Everybody will be seeing more of that, I'm sure, coming up here in the days and weeks to come. But remember, there is a limit on those boats, on the number of boats. And last year we did have to turn some folks away. We had a full field. So I know it seems like it's a long way away, but you might want to really get your entries in there, get that spot locked in for Classic Week. Whether you qualify for the Classic or the Silver Cup, either way, get locked in there, because I know guys like to wait till the very end, but we had some teams that got turned away. So you've been warned.
Yeah, and it will, as we move into next month and into March, they will really start to fill up fast.
Exactly.
And that's a good thing, and it's a bad thing if you're one of those guys that's waiting to try to be boat number 250.
Right.
You don't want to be last.
Yeah. You don't want to be 252 this year.
No, you don't want to be 251.
No, you don't. So, but Chad, I know a lot of our folks. We got that weather coming in. We got some really brutal cold coming in. Everybody, be safe. If you're my age, watch shoveling all that snow. Hire you a young kid.
Pull your socks up so your legs don't get cold.
I may even have to put on. I may have to put on a pair of sweatpants at some point. Blow that snow. But in all seriousness, watch this weather coming in. There's going to be some dangerous stuff coming in. So we want to see everybody here in a couple of weeks when we do this again. And this will be a good weekend to pull up that YouTube channel and watch some USA Bassin on Bassin Castin.
Yeah, and if you don't want to sit around and watch, we're happy to announce now you can stream the USA Bassin Castin Podcast on all your major streaming platforms like Apple Podcasts, Spotify, the YouTubes, iHeartRadio. The list goes on and on. We're on a lot of them, Amazon Music.
Yes.
So we're on pretty well all the major ones at this point. We did that last week, got everything uploaded this episode, and all the others they'll be on there by next morning. So when you get up and you're driving to work, you can listen to a little Bassin and Castin, or you can, kick your feet up and listen to it while you're at work.
Exactly.
Just don't get in trouble.
Just don't let the boss see you. Yep. Just don't let the boss see you.
TikTok. Gosh, that's it. We've done a lot. I've done a lot. We've done a lot since we've been here last. So yeah, we're uploading to short videos to TikTok every week. You get a lot of the Bassin and Castin shorts going on over there. And of course on YouTube, that audience is starting to grow just as fast as well. It's really, really pretty crazy how much Bassin is flowing out there from USA Bassin right now.
Yeah. It's, it's really a cool thing to see. There's a lot of talk, there's a lot of chatter, and there's a lot of good stuff happening here. So, tell your buddies. Be sure to share that stuff and get out there and we look forward. Real quick, Chad, but before we're up again, on the weekend of the 7th and the weekend of the 14th, both Lisa and I will be at the Clarksville, Indiana Bass Pro. Down there both weekends on the Saturdays. So if you need your cards, you need some information on USA Bassin, and you happen to be in the area, swing on into the Bass Pro down there and hunt us down. We'll be around there. Ask
see Chip for Valentine's Day.
Yeah, that's where I'm taking her. Don't tell her she doesn't know yet. I'm going to get her the crankbait special for a box of crankbaits for Valentine's.
She'll love it. She'll absolutely love it.
Yeah,
and
every day.
Yeah, so head on down to Bass Pro, see Chip, see Lisa, get your membership card, get an autograph or two. Chip's just getting more and more famous by the day. We keep putting him out there.
Not me, but there'll be some guys that'll be worth it. So come down and see everybody.
We know we're going to send you down there with some silver Sharpies and some black Sharpies to make sure that you're covered, man.
I always got to have a silver Sharpie. Always got to have a silver Sharpie.
Well, guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. And we will see you next time on Bassin and Castin.
Take care, y'all.